Hello students. So today we are going to see the next maths topic, which is pair of straight lines. I am just going to give you a recap what you have learned in the lower standard regarding straight line and their various forms of representation. Okay, so consider this table in which you have given name, given and equation. Okay, so if a given straight line is to be represented in 2-point form, so what they have given us, 2 points AB, x with coordinates x1 y1 x2 y2. So such a equation is formed by y minus y1 upon x minus x1 is equal to y1 minus y2 upon y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So in order to do so, see, y and x will remain y and x, and whatever the values of these are substituted in the place of y1 x1, y2 y1, x2 x1, and calculation is done. Second is slope point form. So as the name suggests, they have given a slope m and a point, let's say a x1 y1. Such a equation of line is given as y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, and then you have to solve to get the equation. Next name or next form is slope intercept form. So slope m and intercept c. Now this is y intercept is given, and which is a standard equation, y is equal to mx plus c. Now when they give double intercept, so the name of the form is double intercept form. So here they have given us two intercepts a and b, that is x and y. So such a equation is x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. Put the values of a, b here to solve the equation. Now normal form is nothing but they have given p, which is the perpendicular distance of the line from the origin, okay, and alpha is the inclination angle to that normal. So that is given as, equation is given as x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p, where p is perpendicular distance. And general form you already know, it is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So this is the any general form of a straight line, and these are 2-point form, slope point form, slope intercept form, double intercept form, normal form. These are various ways to represent the same line depending on what they have given. So sometimes they give you slope intercept, you have to write the same equation like this. If they give you two intercepts, then you have to write like this and solve. After solving, you will get one equation only. Okay. So just now table what we have seen is you have learned in lower standard, but you should know before solving 12th standard syllabus. So I have just given you recap. Now in 12th standard syllabus you have to understand about the combined equations of two lines, okay, in a same plane. So you have to consider two lines, say u and v, I have drawn here. So we don't know whether they are intersecting, whether they are parallel, whether they are non-intersecting at this time. They may intersect later when you extend them, because you know the definition of basic line. Okay, so currently I have considered the case where two lines u and v, where you have 2 points, say any point on line u is represented as a x1 y1 and v as b x2 y2. Then how can we find combined equations of two lines? So let's say the point the point a, which is on u, we represent as such a line as a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c is equal to 0. So consider here, understand here, I have considered standard form while representing equation of line u. Okay, so I have considered this point. So it is a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c is equal to 0. Now for c, now see, suppose if I consider this on coordinate axis, c is your y-intercept. So I am assuming it as c1 currently. Now for v, line v, point b lies on v. So that is given as a2 x2 plus b2 y2 plus C2 is equal to 0. So this may be y-intercept of line V with respect to origin. Now how do we find joint or combined equations of these two lines? Okay, it is given as, I will just underline this. I can get joint or combined equations of two lines as I have to take product U into V, okay, and if it is equal to 0, we can say that it represents, if U into V is equal to 0, then it represents the combined or joint equations of two lines. So basically what we have to do, in order to represent the combined or joint equations, we will write U into V is equal to 0. So you have to consider here A1x1 plus B1y1 plus C1 into this V का equation A2x2 plus B2y2 plus C2 is equal to 0 product of these two. You have to solve and get the equation. So we will see how we are going to get the combined equations of two lines. So consider these two lines. Question is, find a joint equation of 3x plus 2y is equal to 1 and x plus 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so we already know that what we are going to do, if U into V product is 0, then we get a joint equation of line. So we'll start like this. Okay, if you want, you write first step as, let U is equal to this line 3x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0, and V is equal to this line x plus 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. So let this be first step. Then you can say that since U into V is 0, so just solve this. I'm solving it for you. So that is going to be 3x square plus 9xy minus 6x plus 2xy plus 6y square minus 4y minus x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now consider the common terms, underline them. Okay, so just solve this further. 9xy plus 2xy is 11xy, then minus 6x 7x, before that we'll write y square term 6y square, then this is minus 7x, okay, then this is minus 7y minus 4 minus 3 and plus 2. So that's the answer. That joint equation of these two lines is 3x square plus 11xy plus 6y square minus 7x minus 7y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now consider the next question. Here they have given us a point P1, 2 and ask us to find combined equations of the two lines passing through that point. Okay, and those two lines, that means U and V, they have not directly given us. They have given us one point from which U and V passes, and again those U and V are perpendicular to, U is perpendicular to say this line 3x plus 2y minus 5 is equal to 0, and V is perpendicular to this line 2x minus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. So what you have to do in such a question is, as they have not given us directly the equation U and V, first you need to find the equation of U and V, which is the first step. then multiply them, that is u into v is equal to 0, we know for finding combined equation. So multiply them to get the combined equation. So our step 1 is to find equations of line u and v. Okay, again I am saying that those lines pass through this and each one of them is perpendicular to this and this respectively. Okay, so let's start. So step 1 is, we will say that let u and v be the two lines passing through point P. Okay, and say u is perpendicular to 3x plus 2y minus 5 is equal to 0, and v is perpendicular to 2x minus 5 plus 1 is equal to 0 respectively. Okay, anyway you have written. Okay, now first we have to find equation of this line. Okay, so consider the line 3x plus 2y minus 5 is equal to 0. So just solve this. So you will get 2y is equal to minus 3x plus 5. Okay, I am shifting x and y term. So therefore y is minus 3 by 2x plus 5 by 2x. So here I have written it in y is equal to mx plus c form, where m is my slope, right? So slope of this given line is minus 3 by 2. Therefore slope of u, you know perpendicular line hai to minus 1 upon m. So slope of above line is minus 3 by 2. Therefore what is the slope of line n? Sorry, line u is minus of 1 upon minus 3 by 2, which is 2 by 3. Okay, so we have got slope of this. Similarly consider line 2x minus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so just shift the terms there. So minus 5y is equal to minus 2x minus 1. Therefore y is, we can remove the negative sign, so 2 by 5x plus 1 by 5. Okay, so again here slope of the above line is two by 5. Therefore slope of line V is minus 1 upon 2 by 5, which is minus 5 by 2. Okay, so here is our intermediate answer. We have got slope. Now we already have point from which u and v passes. So what we can do, we can use slope point form in order to find equation of line u and v. So I am just showing it here, equation of u and v. In exam you have to just write below one another. As there is shortage of space, I am just showing beside each other. So equation of line u is okay, so slope point form, slope and point, so that is y minus 2 is equal to slope of u is 2 by 3 into x minus 1. So solve this, we get 3y minus 6 is equal to 2x minus 2, so that is 2x minus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0 is the equation of line u. Solve for v also, slope point form. So y minus, yeah, same point 2, as both the lines pass through this point, is equal to minus 5 by 2 into x minus 1. So again solve this, 2y minus 4 is equal to minus 5x plus 5. So therefore 5x plus 2y minus 9 is equal to 0 is the equation of line V. So once we get equation of line u and v, what we can do? Just multiply them in order to find combined equation and equate it to 0. Okay, so therefore the combined equation is u into v is 0, so that is 2x minus 3y plus 4 into 5x plus 2y minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so just solve this. We get 10x square. I'm just solving fast. Minus 6 plus 27y. Plus 20x plus 8y minus 36 is equal to 0. Okay, so if you solve this, that is 10x square, then 4xy, this minus 11xy minus 18 plus 20 plus 2x minus 6y square 35y and minus 36 is equal to 0 is the joint equation. Okay, so this is the final answer. Now, after learning how to find combined equations of two lines, we will see next subtopic is homogeneous equation of degree 2. Now, what do you mean by homogeneous equation of degree 2? That we will see first. So, if I have an equation or any algebraic expression, and if degree of each term in that equation is 2, then such an equation is, we call it as homogeneous equation of degree 2. I have written short form, you have to write full form in exam. Now what is the standard form of that? The standard form is given as ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. This is the standard form. Okay. See, because here degree of x is 2, x into y 1 which is 2, y square is also 2, whereas a, h and b are constants. You know, x and y are variables. Okay, so suppose if we want to find joint equation of pair of lines passing through origin, and that is the equation is homogeneous of degree 2, then it is given as this formula. Okay, there is theorem you can see in the book, so I am not explaining the theorem, I am just telling you the result, that you have to consider the two lines multiply, because you know u into v, matlab you have to consider first two lines which are homogeneous, whose equation is homogeneous, they should pass through origin, right? That means there is no intercept c. I hope you know the basics. I am not just recapping everything. When you say passing through origin, means those two lines don't have c1 c2. Okay, so there could be the line like a1x plus b1y into p1x plus p2y, like that, and when you multiply such two lines, you are going to get that equation is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So this standard equation, when I multiply two pair of homogeneous lines passing through origin, I get this. Okay, and the converse is true. Now what you have to understand here, there is another theorem which says that if h square minus ab, so if I just consider this term 2h divided by 2 and I get h, that h square minus product of first and last term, that is constant, If it is greater than or equal to 0, then this equation represents, homogeneous equation of degree 2. So that is the way to consider. Suppose they give you such equation and ask you to check whether when this result is useful, they will give you some equation like this and they will ask you to check whether it is homogeneous of degree 2, right? So in that case, just find x square minus ab. If it is greater than 0 or equal to 0, then it is the homogeneous equation, else it is not. Okay. Now there are two things we have to remember over here. Is when the two lines represent that equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square, that means combined equation is like this, then there are some easy ways to find the sum of the slopes of those two lines and product of the slopes. Okay, so let m1 be the slope of line u and m2 be v. See, remember, u and v are two lines such that their combined equation will give us homogeneous equation of degree 2, and these two lines are passing through origin, right? So sum of, let m1 be the slope of u and m2 be the slope of v. So m1 plus m2 is given as minus 2h upon b. So you have to remember this formula, and product of the slope, that is m1 into m2, is given as a by b. Okay, so these two you have to remember. After that, I will take the next lecture in which we are going to see this, how to check whether the given line is homogeneous of degree 2, or find the angle between the two lines, like that. Such questions we will see depending on their sum. Sometimes they may ask you to find sum of slopes, product of slopes, find some missing value, so which can't be covered in this lecture. So we will see that in the next lecture, and I hope next exercise is cancelled. Just a minute, let me check from the textbook. Yeah, so 4.2 exercise, that is the general degree equation in xy, is cancelled. So this chapter will have the today's lecture and next lecture, so can be finished in 2 lectures. In meantime, you can do CS, that is computer science paper 1, Saturday Sunday. Prepare well for the exam which will be planned from 1st October to 12th October. Thank you.